Hey everyone, I'm Nadine and I design and run Rebel Knits, which is a slow fashion knitwear brand. And today I'm going to walk you through how to do a basic knit stitch. So, what is a knit stitch and why is it the foundation of almost every knitting project? The knit stitch is one simple movement you repeat over and over again, and from it you can build fabrics like the garter stitch, which is a bumpy, squishy texture you often see on beginner scarves and blankets. And at Ravel Knits, we always incorporate the knit stitch into our designs to form cozy, simple pieces to more intricate works because it's such a versatile building block for both classic and complex textures. So before we get started, make sure you have about 10 stitches already cast on via the long tail. And if you don't know what the long tail cast on is, check out my video, which is linked down below.
Before we begin, you'll need just two things, a pair of knitting needles and some yarn. For this project, we're using 8mm yarn paired with larger needles. You can choose any size yarn and needles you like, but if you're a beginner, working with bigger sizes makes everything easier to see and handle. Before we start, make sure you've already cast on 10 stitches so you have a row to work into. Hold the needle with the stitches in your left hand and your empty needle in your right hand. Keep in mind that after the long tail cast on, we don't touch the tail anymore. Make sure for this video it doesn't get mixed up with the working yarn. Step 1. Keep your working yarn at the back of your work. Insert the right needle into the first stitch on the left needle from front to back, so your needles cross like an X. Step 2. Wrap the yarn around the tip of the right needle, bringing it from the back, between the two needles, towards the front. Step 3. Slide the right needle down a little and pull its tip back through the stitch, bringing that loop of yarn with it so it sits on the right needle as a new stitch. Step 4. Let the old stitch drop off the left needle. That's one knit stitch done. Now just repeat that across the row. Into the stitch, wrap the yarn, pull through, and let the old stitch fall off. By knitting every stitch on every row, you're creating a garter stitch, which gives you a cozy, ridged fabric that lies flat and is perfect for beginner projects. Keep practicing these motions until it feels natural. Go slow. It's better to correct mistakes in the beginning than get 3 rows done and have to unravel it because of something. Be sure to always check your work after 3 to 5 stitches. When you reach the end, switch your needles so the full one is back in your left hand. Keep the yarn at the back and knit another row the exact same way. FAQ 1. Where should my yarn be for the knit stitch? For the basic knit stitch, your working yarn should stay behind your needles, on the side of the fabric facing away from you. This yarn and back position is what creates a true knit stitch. If the yarn sneaks to the front, you'll accidentally make a different stitch or a yarn over instead. FAQ 2. Why does my knitting feel too tight or too loose? Your knitting feels tight or loose because of tension, how firmly you hold and wrap your yarn. If you grip the yarn and needles very hard, your stitches shrink and feel tight. If you hold everything very softly, your stitches grow and feel loose. Over time, your hands will relax and your tension will even out naturally. And later on, you can use more advanced tricks, like changing needle size or checking gauge, to fine-tune it even more. For now, if you're beginning, practice the knit stitch with a cheaper yarn, knitting small rectangles or swatches just to get used to the motion and how the stitches should feel. When you wrap the yarn, don't let it sit right on the tip of the needle. Move the new stitch down the shaft, snug it up once, and then leave it alone. Once you get this basic motion down, you can start exploring different knitting styles, like English, throwing, and continental, picking, to see which feels most natural in your hands and gives you the easiest, most comfortable tension. I'll do more videos on this later, but for now, just keep practicing the motion and noticing how your hands and stitches start to relax over time. FAQ 3. How do I recognize a knit stitch? A knit stitch is the one that looks like a tiny V on your needle and in your fabric. When you hold your knitting so the smooth side is facing you, each stitch should look like two little legs meeting at the bottom. Those are your knit V's. If you turn your work and instead see bumps or horizontal bars sitting across the stitch, that's the purl side, not the knit side. Over time, your eye will start to recognize these V shapes instantly, which makes it much easier to read your knitting and know where you are in your pattern. In this video, you learned how to do the knit stitch, and we went over a few basic FAQs, like where your yarn should sit, why your knitting might feel tight or loose, and how to spot the little V shapes that tell you you're looking at knit stitches. Keep practicing the motion with some inexpensive yarn, watch how your tension evens out, and soon those rows of V's will start to feel natural and automatic in your hands.